Hey planty people, thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Sonia and this is Majestical Plants. Today we decided to go plant shopping. I did my tour at Home Depot, got 2 items there, and now we're here at Lowe's. Let's see what we can find. Stay till the end, I'll show you my haul. We are in Gainesville, Florida, and as you walk into the store, you usually have this rack, this whole area full of succulents, but this time they had some alocasias and Thai constellation monsteras. This one had beautiful variegation. And here you go, here are the succulents. There were so many of them. Some aloes as well. And here are these rare succulents collection. And some of them were very intriguing, very fuzzy. And this one was interesting. Many jades. And here's some more aloe veras. And here's the same collection, but with different succulents and cacti. And some of them were very curious, very fuzzy. Interesting selection for those who are cacti and succulent collectors. And here we had some agave and some more cacti. I actually thought some of them were pretty cute. And they were not expensive. They were $19.98. On the bottom we have the regular selections that they always do have, and a ton of money trees and orchids. Here's some more money trees and lucky bamboo. There was a beautiful ficus there hidden in between all these plants. Pineapples and more orchids, and these beautiful large trees, ficus and money trees and monsteras and lilies. These were a little smaller, and these were $24.98, but they were in very good condition. Lots of new growth. These Dieffenbachias were $22.98. I've seen them all the time here, so I think they're a staple. These ficus were $29.98 as well. And they were a pretty decent size. Some more monsteras. And on the other end, they had some ring of fires and aglaonemas and ficus. Santasomas, so pretty. I need to add one of them to my collection, and surprisingly they were $14.98. And these, oh my goodness, they're so pretty, but I've heard they are spider mite lovers. And here we have some beautiful Thai constellations. And the price were $59.98. I've seen these several times. When I walk into Lowe's, they have them, so that has become a staple. And here we go, walking towards my favorite spot at Lowe's, the baskets. These caladiums are so pretty. I read somewhere that caladiums in Florida, there are about 75 different varieties commercially cultivated, which was intriguing to me. Anyways, let's continue with these beautiful baskets. This one was pretty full, and she was extremely heavy. Did you see that? I placed her in my cart. Tag said Maricela prayer plant. And I also saw many Hoyas curtisii in a large basket. I usually see them in the small ones, but these were $20.98. Many lipstick plants. This one is very common. I see her all the time as well. And ferns. You know, I always say, always tons of ferns. This peperomia was very pretty. She was called the Pixie Lime peperomia, and I do see why. It had a very pretty variegation. I also saw this beautiful basket. You saw all that water, but this was breathtaking. It didn't have a tag, but I knew it was a peperomia. And a beautiful Jasenia. Here's another peperomia. Did you see it? Ivies and ferns and pileas, or maybe photonias. There's another peperomia in the back. And I had to step back and look at these beautiful money trees and pearland palms. There's some more peperomias and ferns and lipstick plants, more Cutisii. This Cupid peperomia was also very pretty. There's some more ferns, ferns everywhere. Lipstick plant, this beautiful pilea right beside it, syngoniums, and this syngonium, it was called the black velvet syngonium. I don't know what this red plant is, but I love the burgundy intense color it had. And right beside it, there were some large snake plants. And above that, we have some more baskets. This large leaf Photonia was dry but pretty. We have some more pothos and joy and lipstick plants. This potho was very nice. Long trailing leaves. In the back, same petunias, and there was a dogtail cactus right here. Teddy bear vines. We found a Petunia Hoya. Ferns, pollination ivies, Brazil in the back, pagodas, black pagodas, syngoniums, Phytonias. This one was even flowering. I saw a few Brazils in the back with very low variegation. Inside, we have more of the common angel collection. There were tons of these. But this was called Goldcrest False Aurelia. And I was intrigued by it. Here's another one. Here are the dainty leaves with some variegation. I thought they were cute. Oh, this one said Moondrop Schefflera. There was some neon pothos. Very bright. One of the easiest pothos out there. And on top, we found another Pearls and Jay, and this one was even fuller than the first one we saw, and she was stunning. We got some Brazils, some begonias, some ivy. There were a couple of orchids on the end rack. Now this one, oh my goodness, she was full, and actually was the only Mandula that I found in the store. And here you have your croutons, your waffle plants, your button ferns, your dracaenas, and more waffle plants and more croutons. The same thing we usually see. And here, this one, oh my, she was very pretty. I had to pick her up again. And let's see the tag. Gold, false, and I just had to shake her. She was very bouncy. We got some golden pothos and ivies and croutons, peace lilies. Prayer plant was very pretty. Dracaenas, tons of ferns. On top, we have some more ferns and heartleaf philodendrons and this rabbit foot ferns with those odd legs coming out of them. They're actually roots. This Fittonia had huge leaves. And in the back, you can see more lipstick plants. No, this one was called I believe the tag said Diantiflora. She was kind of fuzzy. Had never seen her before. Pretty cute. Here's another Bretonnier and a Marble Queen. A favorite amongst us plant collectors. And on the other side, we have some more angel collections. Dracaenas, croutons, peace lilies, a couple of Brazils, and I found another heartleaf philodendron, affordable small pots, more Brazil. There was a dogtail cactus, another begonia. No, this is called a black pagoda. And this staghorn fern. I don't have one in my collection, but I've been thinking about purchasing one. Put her back. I need to find out how to care for her before I bring her home. And here we have some more of the collection, angel collection. Somehow I found a lot of ferns and croutons today, but there are some marantas on the bottom. Apologize for my finger being in the way. And on top, we have some beautiful baskets. And there was a black pagoda with no variegation on the back side. That was kind of different. And this beautiful neon pothos. She was a nice size. Philodendron heartleaf, an easy going plant. Dogtail cacti, syngoniums. This syngonium was pretty big, had large leaves. Tag said arrowhead syngonium. Here's another of that pretty plant I saw in the outside, but this one was flowering. Beside her, we have a dogtail cactus, another Fittonia flowering. And in the back, a staghorn fern, very pretty. Brazil syngoniums. Some of the same angel collection. Lots of tiny, beautiful Fittonias. I purchased one for my terrarium. Let's see how it does. On the bottom, we have the combination of Dracaenas and Discindapsus Moonlight. And right beside her, I saw a few of the platinum, or somewhere in the back. Anthuriums and beautiful violets. I don't collect them, but the flowers were very pretty. Dark purple, pink, fuchsia, so many different colors. This calathea was very pretty as well. And alocasias and dracaenas, snake plants, and this one, another calathea. And some ficus right beside that calatheas. Underneath, we have some pothos streak or stripes, something similar to that effect. Underneath, pothos and xanthosomas. This one said golden pothos, but I don't believe it was a golden pothos. Philodendrons. Here we had the wizard, the knight. I did not see any princess. Underneath we had aglaonemas and adansonii and this beautiful ficus, which I do have in my collection, but I always forget the name of it. Here is the night philodendron, the white knight. And we know because of the stem, which is burgundy. Shangri-La, Dracaena sansevieris, ponytail, more snake plants. On the back, this beautiful plant that is a spider mite lover, a fern, some ficus, and more calathea, dracaenas, and a beautiful monstera. On the top, we have some silver stripe philodendron, heartleaf philodendron, pothos, golden pothos, another beautiful philodendron. There were a lot of heartleaf philodendrons today. That beautiful adansonii in a beautiful pot, and I believe the price was under $16. This beautiful ficus Aubrey was $15.98. Pretty big for that price. A calathea in the back with some bromeliads, and the calathea was $19.98. The ficus, and what else? Oh, this fern. This fern is the one I purchased for my terrarium, and I believe it's called an asparagus fern. And this one, oh my goodness, this was stunning. I actually bought a couple of ferns not too long ago, and they are not doing so well. So I am going to try and stay away from them. The silver bang, and this was not a neon pothos. It was a philodendron because of the shape of the leaf. A prayer plant maranta. I think it was a maranta. There's another philodendron, and this pothos, and ficus, rubber ficus. I think they're called Ficus elastica. This dragon scale should have been in the clearance section. and rubber trees. And here's another ficus, and this Dracaena had mealybugs. Here is this beautiful fern again. Hemilumina, Scindapsus. I do not know what type of Scindapsus this was, but she was very pretty. Very dark on the edges. Here's another one on the top, and she was the Scindapsus elastica and Aglaonema, Silver Bay. We had lots of Dracaena snake plants and whatever this was an orchid, yes. What was this called? A ponytail palm, and a ZZ on the back, and some Dracaenas and ficus and more bird nest ferns and pothos on the top. And this Exotica Scindapsus was huge, a big old leaf. Adansonii, there were so many, and they were in such good conditions. I love my Adansonii. She is huge. The pot, not sure how I felt about it, but the plant was beautiful. And these were interesting. I was intrigued by the size and the pots that they were in. I didn't see any interesting plants, but I did like the pots, the design of the pots. On the other side, we had some more of the same pots with the same plants we saw. But in the middle shelf, there were tons of succulents and Dracaena snake plants. I did like the color of the pots. That terracotta color is one of my favorites. And behind that, we had the $14.98 sale. And again, those beautiful plants that are spider mite lovers. I do love the silver color on those. But then beside it, we had some ZZ plants, Aglaonemas. There were some snake plants in there as well. The table next to that one, we had some Aglaonemas and pothos, all sorts of pothos and Dracaena snake plants, Shangri-La, and oh my goodness, so many Aglaonemas everywhere. But the colors were bright, kind of look orangey. And this philodendron, it said Pink Princess. I didn't see any pink on the leaves, but these were all $14.98. On the table beside that, we had some bromeliads with beautiful colors on their flowers, and some Dracaena lucky bamboos. Across that, then we had our orchids. And I had to admire these huge bromelia flowers. So pretty. And the arrangements they were in was creative. Staghorn ferns on the top. And they were pretty big, nice size. I don't own one of these. Do you have one? How do you care for yours? Heading into Home Depot, and the first thing I saw was the rack of proven winners. I found some beautiful Hoya Chook. So many of them. There were some that were in very good conditions and others that needed to be rescued. And I also found some Hoya rositas. No, these were the Bretonnier variegated, and they were stunning. Very low variegation, but the more light you give it, the more the variegation will pop. And this one was the Rosita. And there were a few. I found some more scattered all over the store. I did see a lot of growth on these beautiful plants. And another tray, and this tray was some more chook. And some again were looking sad and some were doing well. And there were some pothos and scindapsus. This one was called the sage something scindapsus, peperomias, syngoniums. There were so many very inexpensive plants, and as I said many times, overpriced jars that didn't have anything very interesting in them. I'm always intrigued by these Dracaenas tornado. Is that what they're called? I think they're beautiful. And there was some philodendrons, Dracaenas. Price was $29.98 for these water jars. On top we had the smaller jars, and I think they were $19.98. Syngoniums and pothos, and let me see what else was in there. There were philodendrons, and here we found a Ficii. Peperomia. This peperomia was very pretty. I like the marble on her. There's another Ficii, and she was stunning, in very good condition. If I didn't have one myself, actually I think I have 3. I would have brought her home, but I had too many already. Did you see that beautiful aglaonema? Pinkish color, so pretty. Spider plants, button fern, another Bretonnier variegated. On the side we have some more proven winner and more of the same. Peperomias, pothos, ferns, golden pothos, more of the terrariums. Inside we had some Phytonias, asparagus fern, Hoya chook, overpriced. I believe it was something around $70. And here we have some succulents, and this one was intriguing. Kind of odd looking. So many beautiful colors. They're so vibrant. I don't collect them, but I do like to admire the different colors on each succulent or cacti. What is the difference? Let's go inside and see what they have. They usually have this display full of plants. And I noticed that some of these plants should have belonged outside and not inside, but We have an umbrella plant here with some cacti. This calathea, which I don't remember the name of, but she was very pretty. That burgundy back with the silvery top was beautiful. I think that said apple balissus something. Don't quote me. Anyways, we have some philodendrons, some more Dracaena snake plants, cacti, a beautiful painted lady. Very low variegation, but she was still very pretty. Underneath, we had some pothos, lemon top pothos, some ficus, some Dracaena, pink painted lady. No, pink princess. A few. Not very interesting. A ficus, a crouton inside. Actually, several croutons. Dracaenas and some parlor palm. This jade. She was $9.98. Some succulents in a pig. We had some sales going on. $9.88. Philodendron white wizard. Underneath, fire, ring of fires, Adansonii. On the other side, we had some more animal pots. Some of them were cute. I was trying to see if this was a beaver or if it was a frog. I do not know, but the dog was pretty. And here we go, some more pothos and, oh, spotted this pretty fire, ring of fire leaf. Pothos, neon pothos, and more ficus inside. I don't know why they do those, but there was ferns, this beautiful begonia, there was this lemon top pothos, I think it was called, let me see, global green pothos. And this one is the lemon meringue. And here is a calathea that she is very pretty. I've seen her many times, but not on my collection. Thank you very much. And more pothos and dracaenas. Oh, this ficus. Oh my goodness. I was in love with her. She kind of reminds me of my Ficus triangularis. There's that begonia and the calathea, so pretty. And on the end, we have some carnivorous, a couple of jars. And that's it for the inside. Let's step out once again. They had some very large floor plants. This philodendron jungle boogie was very pretty. We had some ficus and Dracaena snake plants and a couple of boxes in the way. These ficus were $39.98. I had never seen a big one like this one here. This philodendron was $26.98, but it did not have the name. I wonder if it was the red Congo. And did you see all those millies? Yes, indeed. And this one was separated, and she was beautiful. And Parlin Palms, Bird of Paradise, and spotted another rack of proven winners. I was looking at the Phoetonias, deciding which one I was taking home to place in my terrarium. This is the one I took home, the pink one. And a lot of beautiful Hoyas, the Mathilde with some splash. For the price of $5.98, that was not a bad price. There were a ton of Hoyas. There were fishy eyes, these beautiful Dracaenas in these water vases. This one was a combination of an Aglaonema and a Anthurium, but I think someone just put them together. I did find an empty vase. Beside that, there was another rack of proven winners. Lots of peperomias and ferns, more Hoyas. Love to see the Hoyas. Underneath, we had some croutons and this beautiful Rosita. She was showing lots of growth. And then I saw this Ficus benjamina, I think it was, and I needed to go around to see if I can find a price on her. Here we had some philodendron and dracaenas and snake plants, golden pothos. There was a pink princess. This leaf underneath was beautiful, but I didn't see any more leaves that had that type of variegation. And just searching to see if I can find this other leaf. Oh my goodness, that was gorgeous. Across, here we go. I'm trying to squeeze in between these racks here, but there are some Aglaonemas on the bottom. And here's another beautiful pink princess leaf. Underneath, it was hard to get in between. But here are some croutons and polar palms and this sad lily and these philodendron. I wasn't sure what type, but they were dark and priced at $15.88. Right here over the corner, we have some more peace lilies and pothos aglaonemas. On top, we have some painted lady. They look very nice. This leaf was beautiful, bright green. This other aglaonema was flowering. And on the top, we have the Never Neverlands. I don't really know what they're called. They're scientific names, but they are very pretty. This Calathea was breathtaking. Huge leaves. And this pothos, let me see if I recall the tag. It was the green Jula. There's the ficus I was looking at and totally forgot to look at the price. But we had some collection, angel collection on top, anthuriums on the bottom, some Phoetonias on the bottom as well. Over here we have some more of the usual succulents. Many of the same. I didn't see anything new. But on this rack, we had some lipstick, variegated lipstick, some prayer plants, and this one was beautiful, super full, very heavy as well. Lots of beautiful ferns. I spotted in between all these a philodendron heart leaf, and there's another one in the bottom. so easy. These are one of the easiest plants in my collection. And this, every time I see it, I pick it up, but I do not know the name. If you do, please put it down below. There were teddy bear vines. There were many Brazils, another easy plant, syngoniums, and so many beautiful, beautiful baskets. They were all worth the money, in my opinion, at least. Curtisiis, they're back in the market. And this beautiful, I think it's a peperomia. Didn't have a tag, but she was pretty as well. This one in particular was stunning, so full. I have never purchased one, not sure if they are prone to pest. And this little denty thing here had one vine that was variegated. A marble queen on the top. And then right beside it, we have the collection. Did you see that begonia? It was silvery. But here it is, the regular houseplants that this company, Costa Farm, carries. This one was intriguing too. There was a few, I have to take it back. There was a few that were new to me. On this rack, we had some more pothos. These were the global green pothos. And there were so many on this table. And some Monstera stanleyana with beautiful variegation. Some had variegation, some did not. Adansonii right here. Philodendron white knight. The burgundy stem tells you they're the white knight. The colorful aglaonema according to the tags. So pretty. And these other aglaonemas were different, but as you might know, these tags are not very specific. The angel wings begonias. I love the burgundy back of these begonias. And they looked very pretty. And this other table, they had tons of Dracaena lucky bamboos. The medium size was $14.99, I believe. Aloes and omen cacti and succulents and arrangements of all sorts of cacti and succulents. Very pretty though. This bonsai tree. Some of them were very nice. And more succulents and cacti for those who love to have these in their collection. Home Depot carries a lot of them. And these were so cute. The chicken and the frog and the... Was that a horse? Look at this one. Oh, I love this one. All right, let me look at this last table before we go. They were $9.98. And some of the usual. There's the knight and the ring of fire. Look at that beautiful leaf. Oh my goodness. That's the reason why they're called ring of fires. And there are my benjaminas, my ficus. Oh my goodness. I wonder if these calatheas are easy to care for. I found another arrangement under the table. And on the side rack, they have tons and tons of baskets. Just the shitty was not looking hot. They have Polynesian, heartleaf philodendron, Curtisii. They actually had many Cutestii here. Nice size too. Golden pothos. The spider plant was one I did not see on the other rack. The dainty leaves that I do not know the name of, but do you remember the one we saw earlier had one strain? This one has several of the variegated. And on top we had Tradescantias and Phoetonias, lipstick plants. So succulent. Those tiny leaves are so succulent. So these are my hauls. These were the ones I purchased from my big box shopping spree. We have the Syngonium. It said the black velvet, but I am inclined to believe that it is the Wenlandii or something similar to that effect. And I have been looking for this one since I discovered it about 2 months ago. Was about to purchase her in a live, and I skipped on it because I thought it was too expensive. It was maybe about the size of this here on the bottom for $28. And I'm like, not sure, thinking about the price of that plant that was on the live plus the shipping. It would have been close to $40 for something small like this. And I'm glad I did hold on because I found her for $16.98. And then how can I leave this beautiful Manjula? I have about 6 of them, but I couldn't leave this baby behind. She is too pretty to let it die in the big box store. You know how that goes. And then again, my cacti. I have no idea what kind of cacti this is, but I did love the edges on these leaves, so I definitely had to bring it home with me. Yeah, so I got 3, and the Phoetonia that I put in my terrarium. Let me show you that. Yes, I placed them in here, and they are doing well. My Hoyas, my Hoya tensiongensis is giving me some new sprouts. You see that? And the leaves are looking wonderful. The begonia that I did have in there died. It didn't do so well. But both the Phoetonias are doing fantastic. My fern is doing well. And obviously, my Hoya is doing fantastic in there. Well, that's it for now, my friends. This has been my latest plant shopping video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please stay tuned for our next one. And comment below. What plant have you found lately at your big box store? Do you carry the same thing I do, or do you have something different that I might want to purchase? See you in the next one, my friends. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and as always, have a majestical and blessed day.